Hi everyone, welcome to VLSI Academy. This is sixth lecture on power analysis series, and today we will understand about a concept called early power analysis. So early power analysis is a concept which, as the name suggests, it is related to the power analysis of early stage design. So what is early stage design? Early stage design means when there is no placement, when there is no placement or there is no routing also. Basically, no routing means no signal routing. No routes are present in design. At that time, we can still do the power analysis that we called it as BPA, which means block power analysis, and that will result into your early. Basically, when you do that, it is basically a early grid check, which is nothing but your early analysis for IR or any EM issues that could result into future. You do it for that. So in early design stages, when we don't have a full placement or routing information, we still can do this whether to understand whether the power grid is strong enough or not. So we do this power analysis for the grid check purposes, and power analysis tools enable this by modeling the power behavior using the abstract data. How is it done? So basically, to do this, you have to use abstract data. Abstract data is used for this purposes, and this helps in catching early IR issues or EM issues in the project. Nowadays, power analysis tools supports multiple level of power level abstractions. So for example, L1 means that if the design is only with PG, it is PG only. L2 abstraction level means that when you have L1 plus macros, so you can say plus macros. So macros are placed after that, and then you can say port placement is also done. That is your L3, and L4 will be when you have entire design as detailed routed. So these are multiple level of abstractions that nowadays power analysis tool is supporting. With only power level, when this is only the case, PG routing, then also we can do the power analysis based on design maturity. We can still do the multiple type of power analysis. This is a typical example of your early power analysis, but all these are called as early power analysis until your design is fully routed. That is the proper design when actually the power analysis is happening, but early power analysis is also supported by the tool. Now let us understand how this analysis is performed in the tool. So in the tool, you have to give something like this: block in capital letters, underscore power, and then underscore assignment. This is the command that we use in tool. And then after that, in flower braces, you have to write the instance name. So let's say inst A, and then you have to write block, which actually represents that it is a block level power analysis. And then you have to give the metal layer, so let's say MET6, and then VDD, and then you have to give voltage. This is how you have to give, and then flower braces close. So BP is the key mechanism to define how power analysis is distributed in how power is distributed in early designs. It allows basically assigning power to block, pins, or regions. So we are giving here block, so it is allowing the power to distribute for this, and based on this input only, the tool will create current sinks in the grid. So what is current sink? Now basically what happens is you have a power grid. So power grid will basically distribute the power, and it has to go to something. So we don't know in early power analysis that where is going to be the placement of the cell. So we create current sinks, and then we do the load simulation. So this is the process. Now what is current sink? So basically current sinks are virtual elements created to represent power consumption. Basically current sinks are going to act as load. It is nothing but your load which will draw current from the power grid. It will draw current. So this is what your current sinks is, and based on this you simulate the load. For early power analysis, this is how you define the block power assignment. When we use block power assignment, we are basically telling the tool to calculate power for entire block, but we can also do it for a specific region. So regions are placeholders. We can define them for a particular region, like this region, then region like this, and then you define metal on which you are assigning, and then the power value, and then after that you define the region here. In basically it is not in the flower braces. Flower braces is not a correct thing. You define it like this in the format of x1, x2, and y1, y2. So this is how you define the regions. Regions are the placeholders used when the actual cells are not yet placed. So it helps you define a rectangular area and assign power to it. Basically, instead of doing it for entire block, you can do it for a smaller portion region of the block. It is very helpful in early power estimation. Now let us take a real life example to understand how this setup is working. Let us take an example of this kind of system on chip where you have one CPU, one GPU, one region. So how do we calculate or set up the power for this? So how do we define? First we will say that there is block underscore power underscore assignment. That statement has to come, and then once this is defined like this, after this you have to give for full chip. So for full chip you have to define like this. Full chip estimation will be defined like this: chip, and then name of the chip is full chip, let's say, then metal layer, so MAT5, and then VDD 0.5. So this is just an example where we are defining the chip to be having 5. This is the power, and then macro. So here CPU and GPU are the blocks which are defined as macros. So let's say for CPU it is block, and then metal, let's say 6, and then VDD, and then 0.2. Similarly, let's say for GPU. So GPU again block, and then MET6, and then VDD, let's say here it is 0.1. So, and we have a region here where we don't know it is a future block, and we want to assign power calculation here. So for that we will say that region A, and then it is a region, it is not a block. So region, and then let's say metal is 4 this time, and then VDD, and we give -1, and then we give the coordinates here. So let's say this is 100, 200, x and y are like this. So it will become 100, 200, and then upper coordinates will be 400, 600, let's say. So this is how you define. Now some of you might be wondering, what is this -1 here? So -1, basically it represents that now it is left for tool to calculate the power. So auto calculation happens when you give -1, and then you have to define the, let's say, further. So further we have to define, now what we have to define, the ground. So ground, how do you define? CPU again block, but metal, we have to define metal here, MET6, VSS, and let's say this time it is 0.18. And for GPU it is again block, metal 6, VSS 0.12. This is how, and then for flower braces close. So it is the completion of this. So this is the example we have taken here to how to tell the tool where and all which power has to be assigned for power calculation. So this is how we do the early power analysis. The block power assignment is very helpful here. It is basically considered as the backbone. It is basically the backbone of your early stage power modeling. It allows you to realistically estimate the power estimation of incomplete design. And using regions and auto calculation, you basically get more flexibility to do it. And this basically you are trying to be as accurate as you can. So accurate BPA setup is very important. It is critical for reliable IR and EM drop analysis.
That is all for this video. We will come up with more interesting topics in further videos. Please do subscribe to VLSI Academy and let us know your views in the comment section. Thank you.